All right, we're officially live.
Oh, I just got a notification from your channel.
Oh, nice.
I hear my voice.
How's the delay?
Like a second.
Oh, wow. It's
Well, not like a second, but like a minute.
Oh, it's much longer. Anywho, what's the topic today? I have 2 more contracts that I was mildly thinking about earlier today, and then I stopped and gave up. But we have the I'm having a brain fart now. The contract.
Contract?
Yeah, 2 contracts.
Okay. What were they?
There's the eco-fascist contract, which bans industries and practices that are harmful to the environment. And I actually wrote a draft of that one, but I've never posted about it on my YouTube channel, so it's still kind of a secret. And then the 6th and final contract is a bounty system for creative works and for artists.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, so that's the 5th and 6th. I don't have anything after that planned at all, conceptually. But the bounty one, I haven't even made a draft for it yet, which I think might be a really fun thing to do in the next week or so.
So, are you going to pay people who are artists and creativity? They get rewarded for that?
If I have the money.
Yeah, but like through taxes?
Potentially. That is a potential thing. It would have to be added to the Constitution because there's not really a budget for it right now. It would probably be, less than 5% of the budget.
Yeah.
But for like 1, 2, 5 people, 5% of the budget is a lot of money, considering the budget is about $10 million a month. So 5% of that is $500,000 a month.
For the creative contract or for creativity?
Yeah. So if it's 5% of the budget, it's $500,000 a month for artists.
Okay.
Which is a lot of money for artists.
Yeah.
I have a question in general.
Sure.
Do you have a specific plot of land that you are looking into to build your city on?
Not presently. There was one in my city in Buffalo that I was interested in, but I went to a bunch of zoning board meetings and showed my stuff to them. At least I showed it to the building inspector for the town, and he loved it, actually. He thought it was brilliant, but a little out there. And then the actual decision makers, they were grumpy about a 3-story building. So legally, they're only allowed to approve 2-story buildings in this town because it's mostly rural. But that's the only place I can build because I need undeveloped land. So legally, they're only allowed to approve of 2-story buildings. And there was this guy who wanted a 3-story building, and they groaned as they approved his project. And my city is 9 to 24 stories in the version 7. So if they're complaining about 3, I'm like, oh yeah, the minimum is 9.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to go way, way out into the country.
Yeah, I found this conference about like futuristic cities, and I started emailing a bunch of people, and a lot of people were like venture capitalists in New York City, so they would be like ideal to really win over and wow. That's like my target market, but I'm not in New York City, so, and I don't know anyone in New York City like on a personal basis, so it's hard to kind of network and get your foot in the door. But we'll see. Probably nothing will come of that, as usual. I've sent out so many emails, and I've gotten like one back. If maybe one back.
So, how much land do you need for your first city? How many acres?
The minimum is probably like 10.
Okay.
And that would not really fully... You wouldn't fully, like, have a independent town or an independent city on 10 acres. It's just enough to display the technology. Like, if you really want, like, a town, you're probably going to need, like, 50 to 100.
Yeah, that should be too bad. I mean, that should be pretty easy to find.
Oh, yeah, there's, like, single farms that are, like, 1,500 acres, something like that. So...
Yeah, it just has to be... It has to be so you can make the rules and you're not under somebody else's oversight.
Yeah. Well, the rules are already made. So, people are like, oh, they have this idea that I'm the leader. But I'm not really leading. The contract is leading. Do you see what I'm saying? The words are the leader. The written words are the leader. So, I'm not actually the leader. I'm just I'm more the CEO, I guess. It's a less authoritative position.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that sixth contract will be pretty interesting. And, what else did I have to do? Oh yeah, version 10. Version 10's probably 25% done, I would say, which is very, very exciting. The people who are watching this probably don't know that if they're not following too closely. Hey Alex, I'm live streaming right now.
Nice.
So if you're rude, I'm just gonna mute you, okay?
I think you gotta follow Shiba's rules, not yours. Honestly, like you can't just. Okay, that's as long as you follow Shiba's rules and not made-up rules, fine. Also, are you?
No, I'll mute you on my PC, not server-wide.
Oh, fine, yeah. Why don't you mute me? Yo, you know what this thing doesn't have? Discord doesn't have a way that you can mute yourself for other people.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why don't they have that?
Yeah, so are 900 of my 2,000 ideas good points. And you know that, which is why this is all fucking crazy. Like, you know that. There's 900 good points, and you're like, Alex, come help me, I'm 30. And I'm like, come help me, I'm 50.
Hey, Alex.
Hey!
Hey. I just set off a few of my really good ideas, but I'm not going to repeat them because you weren't here.
Wait, can we do this if we're in the recording room? What I really meant is, can we do it in my room once? So, because my shit's already hooked up, and Shiba doesn't really care. She's not gonna lose her room. Most people don't like me, but if we're gonna do it, let's do it right. And then, cause even in here, people will come in this room because there's people in here, and in like an hour, somebody will start yelling at me for doing something I'm doing, or you're like, and we're just making content, and they really want to kill time. I'm gonna go. I want to talk to you two, but like when I get out of the shower, I'm going to my room. I'm working. I hope you guys visit because it's not perfect to record in here.
Okay. Well, I'm I'm doing a show right now.
I'm just saying, I don't think I'm going to stay in here today because I woke up at 6 o'clock and I got like 15 hours of work in front of me. And love Sheba and love you, but the work is more important than any individual.
I just made a new card. Look at the chat.
We can talk about cards, but just let's start with a blank slate. Even if you think you have the design done, put it in a file. Deal with me with a blank slate. You know, an empty black rectangle, and then we'll talk about what you think about the cards and what I think about the cards. And maybe you can make cards in Blender, right? You can make cards that have letters that render like they grow into skyscrapers, right? Like an A can just jump up 10 feet, right? A hexagon can just grow. Actually, I like that. Like specifically how tall, like a hexagon doesn't have to jump unit by unit. It can jump like by mass, right? It can go up an inch or a foot or 10 feet. And the higher you get, the longer you can shoot.
You lost me.
I don't want to settle for Catan, if you hear what I'm saying. I'm not settling for Catan.
It's 3D Catan. 3D triangular Catan.
It's the Catanarchy. Catanarchy.
It's the Catanarch. With the Demonarch.
Anyway, Zaz, do you have any good things to add?
I can't hear Zaz. What's a high tea? Is that like Tai Chi? Do you ever try Chi?
She's my queen.
Chi is your queen?
Yeah, it's true.
Jesus. Sweet Jesus. The queen believes us.
No, I'm just really excited about Arkology. I think it's a good idea, and I like what he's talking about.
Oh, are you the one from the lady from the YouTube video? You sound familiar.
Yep.
Yeah, we did a podcast a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago.
It was probably over a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's learning Blender, and she's working on version 10.
I mean, well, that's the best thing I've heard. Everyone should work in Blender. Or you said you tried Unreal though. What's up with that experiment?
It's just more complicated than Blender, which is hard, pretty high bar. And I think I can get a server that you can join, and you can actually walk around the city and then shoot at other people on the server inside of the city.
I mean, I think what you have is a beautiful 3D file, right? That would be kind of cool. You have all the points. Like, I'm sure computers can translate that into a... I mean, why don't you make Kevin's mod? Like, Gary's mod 2 is not coming out. Like, you can make Kevin's mod, and then the center of that world would be your city. People can make anything, but the first city they join in is, like, your city. And they're like, where the fuck? And you'd be like, you are underground. You are in an escape Arkology. Try to find your way out. It would take people years. So if you could just show them ads 50% of the time, you'd be rich.
Well, the file is going to be like 5 gigabytes by the time I'm done. So the file sizes are bigger than Blender because it's like photorealistic.
Evan, you live streaming right now?
If you design it right, like I said, when somebody's touring it virtually, they can take like snapshots and create like beautiful paintings, right? They just and then that could be like a meme, like look at this fucking image, and then they throw some words on, and maybe that's how they put your card in their deck, and they start selling Arkology in their own memeverse or whatever the fuck it is. I mean, memes are units of information, right? They don't have to be jokes. Like your shit could be just a meme in a far deeper way. Still doesn't mean you're going to get enough money to build it, but it would be a start of an arc.
Yeah, memes are good. I have some memes. I have a whole folder of Arkology memes.
What is the meme that has produced the biggest thing? Has there ever been a meme that came out? I'm like, yeah, you can see this meme and laugh at it, but like, if you want to be like, I guess it's the coins. The coins are the memes, right? Because you can buy them. But has there ever been a meme that came out and then like brought in $1 billion? Like, is there ever a meme that like caused something to happen? I mean, you need blockchain, right? So it could only been in the last, 12, 13 years?
Do you got a cat? Da, 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 da.
Okay, enough of you, Bill Maher.
Bill Martyr.
It's not bad.
Am I a smarter?
No, you're not smarterdom. I'm smarterdom.
I'm King Smarterdom.
I'm smarter, dummy. I'm the smartest artist. I mean, at some point, I'm gonna be old. There's gonna be a game, and some young kid is just gonna wreck me. Right? I'm like, I won't think of any words before that kid. I mean, you're younger, so if my brain starts to slow down, you can start to consistently find words faster. I mean, I could have found a lot more words, but I would have had to do the whole thing systematically, and that probably would have destroyed my creativity. So probably not. It's like, oh, I can just systematically break. I'll find every Sir word, every Aries word, every meta word, every meme. But no, that's not organic. Why do I only have 2 streams in my server? What the fuck is going on? I modified every day. I'm modified. Today might be the only day I don't modify the studio.
So Alex, you're probably a pro at this, so I'm gonna try and fill you in on something. The 6th contract is a bounty for creative people. So we need a system to make proposals, or tasks, it might be a better word, and then people will have submissions for those tasks, and then we need some kind of governing body to select a winner for those tasks and then distribute a given bounty. I think it would be fair to do like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd too. So 1st, 2nd, and 3rd win a prize. And then like the size of the bounty would be, maybe they win like a percentage of the project size. So if it's $1 million project, the artist wins like 10%. We'll call it a tithe, at 1/10, because it's like go with the Christian route.
Yeah, this is rabbit hole shit. Of course, you like this. Yes, but it's rabbit hole shit. The hours and hours and hours that we're not doing now have to be spent trying to like balance those.
These
numbers.
Are real solutions, Alex. You always
no. They're words just like mine. Like for now,
they're concrete. Do you see how they're concrete?
There were prices for 1,000 years. Come on, I understand. Yes, but. And is there something new? Like, what are we making any ground? Like, just saying we need prizes and councils to reward those prizes and give them 10% of it. Like, you hear how I hear rabbit hole, right? Like, give them 10% of what? Cash? Give them 10% of the product? Fuck yeah, okay. I'm not in that. I'm out on that. Like, Bitcoin is not in my system. It never will be. We'll take it. We're never going to use it. Like, we'll turn it into cash or another crypto instantly on a market. Like, we'll never use... That's insane. Bitcoin is owned unfairly as fuck. There's a bunch of, like, fucking pieces of shit who got money from their grandmother on Christmas. Little fucking spoiled assholes bought crypto because they were, like, interested in... And they have 42 million now, and they can buy other people's labor. It's just fake. The technology's great.
That's how money works. Buying other people's labor is how money works.
Yeah, but Bitcoin is doing it. This has a fucked up ownership structure, just like fiat. Like, even if it's way better, it's owned horribly. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm hodling for freedom." Those 99% of those people are hodling for cash. You take away the cash, the chance to make a bunch of money, and nobody holds Bitcoin at all. It's all being held for greed, even if every person holding it for greed also understands on some level that you need it for freedom. They're not holding it for freedom, and to claim so is a fucking lie. So I hope you don't do it. Some people did.
Well, maybe if they invested in something real, then it would be more than just holding.
No, you could have another blockchain that was owned without any ninja mining, that was connected to ideas like... It doesn't have to be something real, but it should be associated with something real, right? Like, you buy a token from us, you put money in Invesco, you're like, I trust this fucking union, whatever the largest level company is, the cooperative, whatever you call it. I trust Com University. I'm putting in $1,000. Excuse me. And you'd never be able to take that $1,000 back ever. But you could leave it in Invesco, right? Kind of like an Oort cloud circling the company. And when you go through our ideas, you can choose where to put your money. And that's really your votes. Where do you put your dollars? How are you citizen sourcing? Are you allocating all your money to your favorite idea? Are you spreading it around like a venture capitalist? When everybody does that, actually moves every Satoshi into projects that they like and even adds some metadata, then we're somewhere. Then we have amazing data about how people that believe in us, and hopefully not sycophantically, also how much they believe in our varying ideas, right? And that gives us a lot of very basic, powerful information. Maybe what are the 100 ideas we need to rabbit hole into first? Like, what is most important to us, not just to me? So they take their money, they put it in escrow, and then it's like they buy chips at a casino, and then they place those chips on the board, and if that chip pays out, what they actually get is not money. They get the thing. Like they get, like stock sourcing or whatever, they get like the equivalent of 10 houses. If they pay for 10 houses, they don't get cash. We don't do cash. I mean, they can in a way sell it to somebody else in the real world or whatever. There's a network, hopefully, that's essentially infinitely liquid. So
anyway,
if they want to make... No, let's talk about your fantasy.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
You can't bring one, like maybe you could bring 5 inventions to the table and you have no way to build it.
Who's that sales pitch for?
Well, you always are selling me with like, if you're going to do it for a fantasy, I'm going to do it for a fucking great corporation. How about that?
Yeah, but what's your corporation going to do?
Find, publish, refine, prototype, manufacture, and distribute products and services through like a network state, basically. Like you bring the most amount of genuine, transparent human intelligence to my intellectual collection and the intellectual collection of any inventor in the future who wants to like behave in the same general way. Meaning the only way to really protect freedom is to consciously unionize yourself with other people. By yourself, you'll never be able to do it. And most of the ways that we do it come with tremendous externalities.
That just sounds like a terrible rabbit hole.
Look at Elon's use of Twitter. He's like, should Trump be on? That's it. He doesn't give a fuck. He had 100 million followers. He never asked them a real question that resulted in anything. Never asked them for an invention. He doesn't respect you. He doesn't give a fuck. And you probably love them. I mean, the cars are cool. Sure. But nobody was going into cars. Rockets are cool. Nobody was going into cars. Why did he have any money from PayPal? Because the old businesses are fucking slow as shit because they're busy sucking your money in every fucking year. They don't go out and find new things that often because they're profiting like crazy off you.
Yeah, no one says anything about the corporation that had $500 million to buy PayPal or whatever it was. Like, what about those people? Why don't people give them a hard time? Because they're invisible, Alex. That's why.
How often do you discuss with people the fact that whatever they are, the ownership structure of this world is completely fucked? Completely fucked. It could never be reconciled with justice. Like at some point in the future, and I know you hate the mob, but like when 87% of the world signals a satellite, like listen, what we're voting for here worldwide is obviously way the fuck better. It's fucking transparent. Like it's on a blockchain. The code has been fucking validated by 1 million independent coders in secret locations. And we are gonna say, listen, this is a planet. We know every warehouse because we can see it from space. We know every road. We know maybe trees are a little, but we know every structure on the planet. We know how it's owned. And we want to get rid of that completely as soon as we figured out how to bring a new system to bear. Now, if that system takes 1,000 years in virtual reality or whatever, fine. If in Virtue Earth the people cannot come together, they cannot get to 87% saying, sure, we're going to fuck a few billionaires.
Yeah,
we're going to kind of
I just offered writing a contract this conversation, and you shot it down saying that sounds like a stupid rabbit hole.
Yeah, if you are a 30-year-old or 35-year-old who constantly asks a 50-year-old for help, a 50-year-old who has a plan that has 10 times the investment, and I'm very close to publishing. I could have published in 2020. You have been trying to push this. I am the only person you know that'll ever get you in contact, as far as I know, with people who might be able to get you to listen, modify your design, and get citizen sourced. I don't know any network out there that's going to give you anything right now. They won't even give it to me, and I have $100 million inventions. They wouldn't even give it to me. You're just.
I just applied to the World Economic Forum.
They'll never, ever. I don't even know why you.
What I'm doing is literally their goal.
but you're.
If you read their website, like, they say, we want to restructure society in a way that's more equitable and more ecological. That's exactly what I did, on a global level.
Yeah, and I hope everybody does that. It doesn't mean I agree with yours. There's a lot wrong with yours that I think you are personally over-invested in because you're you, and because you're you, and you're human, and you're biased.
I was just having this conversation with T earlier. People look for a single issue. People look for a single issue in the Constitution, and then they say, "Oh, do you see this one little fact here? This one little data point here?" I mildly disagree with that. Therefore, I think the whole thing is trash and worthless, and they just disregard the entire document and the entire thought process.
I don't think that. I think most of the Constitution is pretty decent. It's not even if the Constitution. I would accept the Constitution the way it is, even with all of its faults, if it was applied to a new society, right? If white people and black people and Indians, if everybody started out with the same rights and an equitable governance and owner, like, I'd be fine with that, but it didn't start that way. The history of this country is why it's fucking doomed. The reunited states is necessary. It's fucking necessary. Like, how do you ever justify a country that lives for 10,000 or 100,000 years that didn't have a single woman in the room except serving coffee and wig powder? Like, how do you think so low of your species that an empire with zero founding mothers can actually stand just because it's got a few good ideas? It's got a few good ideas, right? A few good men. Sure, there were a few good men. There were also a bunch of slaveholders. Like, bunch of slaveholders. And why were they even separating from Britain? Money. They didn't give a fuck about black people.
So do you think I wrote a male constitution?
I don't know.
Do constitutions and words have genders? Like, do you know the difference between a male essay and a female essay? Like, just by looking at it?
Sometimes. I mean, I'm sure that I would be able to guess in a way that had some correlation. I don't think I'd get it right all the time, but yeah, sometimes. Men and women average, I think, a little bit different. Like, I don't think we're identical. I'm a social justice warlord, not a social justice warrior. Don't get it twisted. You're gonna get pacifisted. I will pacifist you.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, go for it.
That was perfect.
I do think that women think differently than men, and so that may be part of the problem with society and why a lot of women, have to fight for positions.
But it's maybe they're like that partially because they've always been in those roles, like mainly for tens of thousands of years, right? Maybe that's probably going to make them they might even have evolved a little bit to be a little more of what we might think of what they are stereotypically.
Men are obviously more aggressive.
Like, they should have been treated with equal rights the whole time, and then we could see what are women like in a free world. My mom, 25 years before my mom was born, women couldn't even vote. Like, my mom would have been like a visionary, a business builder, a philanthropist, like something. Instead, she was like a nurse and a housewife who gave away a bunch of money. She was brilliant, and your gender, basically, because of what we did, hadn't made it far enough for her to go out and do whatever she wanted. She's like, I'm gonna be a nurse and a wife, and I'm gonna and believe in Jesus because her father died when she was young. Women are still behind, like, as much as, like, kids first. I think kids first, women second, and then, like, a tie for black people and Jewish people who just got, like, fucked. Maybe kids, then Jews, then women. I don't know, but women got fucked. If I was a woman, I'd be president. If I was a woman, I'd be president. If I was black, I'd be president. I'm not saying like some of that white shit, but it's probably true. If I were black, I'd be president. If I were a woman, I'd be president. It's the first time I ever realized, oh my God, there's prejudice against white people. There probably should be. We've done some of the worst shit in modern times.
Who's better, Kanye or ALX?
Kanye, okay. Kanye and cocaine is better.
Hey,
Genghis Kanye. Genghis Kanye, yo.
Hi, Naoki.
We're recording right now.
Yeah, I'm doing a podcast.
Oh.
He's killing it. He's killer whaling it. He's a killer whalian. Joel's not gonna love this.
I'm wailing right now. Get it? Crying? Get it?
You're a alcoholic. You're a fucking alcoholic. Alcohol your ass out of here.
I've got the spirit.
I'm gonna stop saying the
the
word
spirit.
braggot.
Nice.
I'm gonna stop saying, dude. I'm gonna start my book. I said the N-word 6 times.
Kevin is spirited.
Type
I'm a
R,
very
N-word.
spirited man, that's for sure.
Hey, Alex, Kevin is in high spirits.
I'm Shakespearean. I'm Shakespearean, and I don't mean I'm from Arabia.
Get it?
What?
Never mind.
Why are you guys all so fucking quiet? What's going on, Kevin? I have you at 200.
Because women are not aggressive like you are, Alex.
Oh, this fuck.
Oh.
I'm going to my.
Not
Please tell me
aggressive like you
report
are,
out the
Alex.
podcast so Joel can be the funny Joel.
I can be a different kind of aggressive. Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Totally forgot. And Alex, you got real quiet there for a sec. You okay?
Is everything okay over
Alex. You just
Y'all killed him with your big brains.
killed him. He's dead. Alex,
there? He left in
back.
shame.
I resurrect thee.
So we were thinking of writing a new contract that is a creative bounty system. So there's a certain budget for artists in the government, and then we make tasks and we broadcast those tasks, and then artists send in their submissions, and like the top 3 artists win a prize, cash prize.
Okay, missed it. So there's a cash prize to the artist that submits the best what now?
Artistic tasks or proposals.
Just what?
You could have the same thing for engineers too, actually. Why not?
So I'm not an artist, but with what you told me, I wouldn't know what to submit for the contest.
Well,
I'd be
the
confused.
potential is very vast. It could be anything.
Well,
Like, okay, I'll give you an
so
example.
then what are you? What is being submitted though? How do you define what is being submitted so that one knows whether they have a good chance of being the best of the ones submitted? There's got to be some sort of guidance. And you say
Okay, how about
artistic proposals.
here? We'll make it obvious suggestion. The Thanksgiving decorations for a outdoor Thanksgiving celebration, and then we could show where it will be in the city, what section of the city it will be, and then the artists come up with different like activities and fun Thanksgiving decor.
I see now. So, but it would be like something for the city, and it would be
Yeah.
something in the city,
Yes,
and it would
correct.
be in a specific place in the city.
For a
and
specific
it
purpose,
would-
yeah.
It would have some kind of purpose, just to give the city some purpose, whereas before there's no purpose.
Yeah,
This contest
otherwise you're just
would be
existing without
populated with
artwork.
purpose. Yeah. I
Without
mean,
artwork, there's no meaning.
Well, there's so much meaning. No one artist can capture all of it. They tend to focus and specialize.
Yeah, that's why you have a bounty system. So every single
Exactly.
person in the society becomes a
Get it.
potential artist.
I get that.
And then they get funding, too, through the bounty system.
Cool.
Pretty brilliant, huh?
Seems a little
Little too good to be true.
rough. No, too simple.
Oh, well, I can add a few more things to make it exciting.
You know, like civilizations have always sprung up around a great vision, which is called a religion because it's taken so beyond vision. And
Divine.
it's like that. So these set of beliefs make everything congruent. I don't know if you know what I mean by that. But because everybody's walking around with the same idea of the same deity, with the same opinions and attitudes as the other people are imagining their deity, then you've got a tribe of people, so to speak.
I
mind
gotta
trap.
try. I gotta try you.
Yeah, one thing real quick. Just want to clear something up. I'm going back. I love you all. You're all friends and family. I don't know any of you anything. Nothing, right? So work. If you're
Well,
sitting
yeah,
here,
no, several
saying,
million
if you're sitting here
satoshis,
and
according to
talk,
one thing
I
that you
love
said.
you.
Actually, I'm
Listen,
not going to let you just say
you
that you don't
have
know anyone
any
here
power at all. If
anything
you want to sit
when
here
you
and talk
do
about
actually
God
indeed
and jerk
owe
off and waste
people
your fucking
things.
brain, that's fine.
Like you owe
Ilka,
your daughter a pair
you're
of
like
crutches.
you're an anti-work person. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, I'm
Whatever.
not here to fucking deal with my Americanness and my depression.
All right,
Like,
Alex, you're not
I
here
love
at all
you.
because you're
I
leaving.
love you.
Get out.
But I don't owe you anything. If you don't come work, I'm gonna look
Get
back.
out.
Who are you talking to?
All of you. Like, if
Get
you're
out.
not doing some real shit, like, you know why you all know this room? Because I brought Sheba to you people, and you don't come work at all. You just find the bubble and jerk off in it. And I'm so
Alex,
sick of it.
I'm warning you. Get out, or it will be bad.
Why'd you scare him away? He was entertaining.
No.
His drama.
He's being an ass. Learn the difference, Corey. He's being an ass.
We should start calling him King Drama.
I don't know, man. That's not gonna do anybody any good.
What was he even talking about?
Yeah. It's hard to.
Oh, now he's typing.
Oh my god.
You pissed him off, Heyoka.
He's not communicating straight with people, and he takes lots of shortcuts, and he breaks every rule he can. And he can break many rules because he knows exactly how to finesse a rule and break it without ever getting held to account for it. And so he takes full advantage of what he knows. And he learns more every day because he practices right here. This is his playground. He's a dangerous little kid. So he's working on himself and trying to self-regulate.
Despite all of his rage, he's still just a rat in the cage.
Well put.
Still
Billy
just an
Corgan.
orca whale in the cage.
Yeah. Got
Has
that
an
flopped over
obsession.
fin. He's sad at his core. He's sad. He wants to matter and be taken seriously. And everything he does makes him so far away from that. And everything he accomplishes, everything that he has to show. Well, so to him, people are special who don't care that he's like that, who and still consider him and his voice and his opinion and his personhood to be equal, at least, with everybody else. Of course, you know, he's got that desire to shove himself up and go from equal to superior, but that's what I mean. He's a dangerous child. He's scared, and he's looking for some control and power just to get his simple needs met. It's really simple, just his simple needs as a person. And he doesn't believe in any existing system for getting his needs met. So he feels that he needs to invent his own because he believes that he's good at inventing. Okay, so there's a lot there.
Hey, Yoka, check your DMs.
Oh well. Hang on a sec. I need to read his rant because I'm done ranting.
Anyway, we're doing a
So-
Arkology podcast right now.
My God, I forgot we're on a podcast.
Yeah.
This place is not normally a podcast, everyone.
It's a recording room.
Jokes on Heyoka. Well, hi there. I'm Heyoka, and apparently I'm on a podcast. Anyway, Kevin, he's ranting in Lotus Lounge, and maybe later he hears this, maybe not. I don't know. I leave it in your hands. You're capable.
Thanks.
Hey, Uncle, check your DMs.
Yes, ma'am. Just a moment. Lot of drama tonight. Not least of all me.
Anywho.
Okay. Anyhow, yeah, I'm sorry. It just, it like tangles my brain. All this shit. So,
Do you want to learn
Alex
Blender?
Is just one person. Huh? No.
Do you want to learn
no,
Blender and help build a city?
No. No. No.
Okay.
Not in
Fair
a
enough.
million years, Kevin.
Ouch. You don't have to say that.
Well, it seems that you and I have some trouble communicating when it comes to important decisions in particular.
Yes.
It seems like communication is such an intense struggle that I always find relief in
ending the
when it's all over.
conversation.
Sometimes. Yeah, so that's the experience I've had, and I honestly feel that you are as close as I need you right now, And there are other people that are like, they're not as close as I need them right now. But it's stupid. I can't sit here and yank the world around me and tug it into place around me like a blanket, can I? Because then all those people and places and things would be dislocated from where they've been into this jumbled mess of my blankets keeping me warm. So, fortunately, you live in the right place for me. I don't know exactly how that falls, but if it seems to have a cutting edge, perhaps it does. Anyway,
Hey, Uncle.
you asked for my honesty. And I feel that you deserve it.
Thank you so much. Your honesty is always the most sincere and warm put-downs.
Well, I mean, sometimes things put you down. It doesn't mean that they're like created as put-downs. I'm sorry, it's just the truth is that when I mentioned cutting edge, it's like that because it's deciding point. It's like final, mind or matter. It's all or nothing. It's happening and it's never unhappening. Like that totality of that moment. It's a really terrifying concept. That's why people tend to have to kind of dive in,
But
like
we might
leap
all
of
be
faith
wrong. That we've been
almost,
wrong many times
when they
before,
make a
and we'll be
decision
wrong
to
many
do
times
something. And
again
then once
in the
they've
future.
decided,
Perhaps we shouldn't
then
enter this conversation
undeciding
with such
is
certainty,
effortful,
but with a degree of
and
openness
they
that the
realize
people we
that they are
disagree with
actually
might be right.
guiding and
And better
controlling
yet,
their
we might find a
own
common
destiny,
truth between
which
us
is
if we
then
approach one
blows their
another with
mind
open
and
hearts. Not with
then they
naivety and
want to just go
stupidity,
back to the
with
way it
open
was.
hearts and a kind of reluctance to yield
But
to our own inner
sometimes they
dogma
do.
and the simplifying comfort that it gives you to just think, well, I'm right, they're all bad actors,
Anyway.
disinformation, misinformation. That's no way to run a country. That's
Do you want to
not
hear
even
something
the
really
been-
mind-blowing?
mind. Perhaps the most
Well, hang on a second, Kevin. Actually, I have a little bit more to say
Okay.
on the matter. I've been thinking lately, I'm basically kind of like a hobo of spirit because I don't have a home planted in any one place that it is that I am the anchor of. You see, I've
You're my
lost what
anchor.
you would call in the Christian scriptures. What?
You're my anchor.
No, don't say it. That's bullshit, and you know it. Listen,
I'm trying to cheer you up.
Earth is your anchor. Earth is your anchor. It doesn't cheer me up that you're spiritually sick. Not at all.
See what I mean by those put-downs?
That's not a put down. No, you see what I mean about not a put down. You go to the doctor, doctor says you have coronavirus. He's not putting you down. He's giving you the truth. How's that? That's a big difference, right?
Yeah, funny.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of funny. What do you think, Kevin?
I don't think I'm spiritually sick. I make videos about the Bible and Scripture.
You like to clown, don't you?
I do some clowning.
So, clowning, I think, could be considered a sign of spiritual sickness. Just if it was
Isn't Heyoka the
existing
clown?
in sufficient amounts.
You're
Did I
named
call
after
myself
a
spiritually
clown.
healthy? So you see that it takes one to know one. That's what you're saying, right? Yeah. That's basically what you're saying.
Oh
So
my
yeah.
God. This conversation is giving me life.
Kevin. You should have known better than to challenge me. I'm more powerful than 1,000 suns.
So why do you think Kevin is spiritually sick?
I take the Bible seriously. I don't clown about the Bible.
Yeah. Corey, that's a really good question. And another good question is, why didn't he ask me that?
I wanted B to
See,
say
Kevin knows things that he doesn't let on. He's full of them.
I'm mysterious.
And this is one of them. You learn to recognize them after a while. He calls himself mysterious.
I got cards up my sleeve.
So you see, Corey.
Is that a bad thing?
Here's the thing. No.
Is the magician evil?
Is
it witchcraft?
Which magician? Some magicians are evil, some magicians are not evil. You'd have to tell me exactly which magician we're talking about.
The divine trickster, Loki.
Oh, Loki the myth?
Who is the divine trickster?
Well, the one who invented himself is that one.
Okay.
Yeah, Corey? Corey.
Yeah.
Did you say something?
I said Loki.
Loki.
Yeah,
Do
let's
the
look this
Loki
up.
pokey for all I care. What?
Let's look it up.
Let's look it up. We're looking it up, boys.
Doing some research.
Gonna research the fuck out of this shit. That's right. Our man is on the case. This here, MC Kevin. Yeah. He's on the Google. Now, we can't talk to him because it's a high focus job. He processes dozens of words.
Oh, wait.
in a
I already
single
looked this
minute.
up. It was Hermes. That's what...
There are more than one divine trickster.
Yeah, there's different ones across myths.
Myths, yes.
In Norse mythology is Loki.
Loki could beat Hermes in a fight.
I remember because I compared myself to Hermes because he's the messenger. And then I was reading
I
the
don't think we
Hermes
should-
Wikipedia and it said he's also the divine trickster.
The divine trickster. So divine. So divine, Loki.
I thought you consider yourself to be Jesus, and now you're Hermes. Which one is it?
Well, the Bible was originally written in Greek.
Let's remember that the divine trickster was only brought up by my colleague here, and no one else claims any prior even knowledge of such a thing. I propose that as the divine trickster is defined as the one who has invented himself, that the divine trickster is the one who brought the idea into this conversation. Because before now, as long as we were concerned, there was no such thing as a divine trickster.
Oh, of
And
course
now
there
suddenly
is.
we're trying to... Now suddenly, not only are we believers, but we're trying to find out information about this one. How quickly you can be convinced of the existence of someone
You guys should get
who can
into
only
heaven.
exist if
You
this
guys-
one, Kevin,
You
continues
guys-
pretending.
guys should-
Corey!
Wait. You
Why
guys
you
should
keep...
You're
Oh my-
interrupting Heyoko. Heyoko, you have the floor now.
My God, thank you. I yield the floor back to Niobe. Go on, what were you going to say?
I said you guys should look into heaven.
We should
Look at-
summon
look at what?
Hecate.
Oh,
Have you tried Hecate on Version 4 before?
look, I don't know if this is a Hecate situation, fellas. I mean, you know, Hecate's busy. A really busy god. And you guys can handle this yourselves.
Wait, who are we putting in check?
What spell should I type in here into the AI?
It depends. Who are we
I'm on
putting in
our
check? Because
side.
I'm in a
There
mood,
are no
and I.
sides. It's all an illusion.
putting in
It's all a
check.
game. Wake up, baby.
Yeah, you were
This is
server
your
muted,
chance. It's
and
happening.
for some
no.
reason...
Why? That's not why I'm in a mood. I could care less about that.
Why are you in a mood, Master Matoya?
Because someone's friend was being really hello disrespectful, and then he was, I don't really like what you have to say, and I was like, you know what? I don't really like what you have to say too. Muted, and I was like, I was debating. I was like, do I read this bitch? Do I let a scuppy give him a chance? Do I go, where the fuck is he? Like,
Wow.
he comes into chat and he's always like, not giving everyone a chance, go shut the fuck up to everyone. And I'm like, bitch, you just came into chat. Like, you're... what the fuck?
Yeah.
And not only that, but then you said that someone that was like pouring their heart and soul into a situation that they're upset clearly about, and you just told them that they're flat out annoying. Like, bitch.
That's true. Me? Yeah,
and
I
then
did
you
that.
want to come at me, and then you want to play victim like I hurt you? Nah.
I'm not even. I don't even. I'm confused.
Oh, we're doing an
So anyway.
Arkology podcast right now.
Oh, you
Oh.
are?
You are?
Yeah, I'm live streaming.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, good, because...
I bet the viewers are like so confused right now.
Yeah, who's
Yeah, oh
hosting?
well.
coming in guns blazing.
Kevin, who's hosting?
I'm hosting.
You are?
Yes.
It's just like,
What?
like, if you are all bark and no bite, and then you want to go hide around the corner and act like a victim, don't be
I love this. I love this.
you in check.
Yo, I like this. I'd like one of these, please. Yeah. Put it on my tab. All right, Sunshine, give me some more.
Okay, I'm done. But still. Hi, little bat.
Hello, there's no Alex
Hi,
in
little
here.
bat.
And how's it that you're still in Starseed, but yet you're over here? Do you have 2 counts?
No, it's the same one. I just have a phone and it's on my iPad.
Okay, so just 2 different devices.
I'm so sorry, Lil Bat. I was debating on if I was gonna go get on off of Will, or if I was at least going to tell his friend that I was going to put him in check.
Put him in check. We're putting people in check tonight. Want to join? Get your baseball bat.
Because I remember.
So just switch servers. Let me see if anyone's watching. Kind of loud and distracting. Oh, hey, you're there.
I just came in.
Yeah, that was getting just too off topic. Oh, hey, you're there.
Oh, it was okay. I'm not really sure what they were talking about, but it was interesting.
Yeah, like when I was arguing with Alex, it was at least like mildly on topic, but then the girls joined, those 2 other girls, and then it was like really off topic.
Maybe they just didn't realize it was a specific thing.
Yeah, that's true. Things seem to start okay in a server like that, and then they just kind of like slowly trail off.
Right. I had a thought about the creative contract. What if you were to sponsor artists instead of giving a contest for a prize, but instead you like if there was artists and they submitted their ideas, like if somebody wanted to compose a symphony and they needed to put an orchestra together, they would need, and like they didn't have the money, they would need to be sponsored, and then it could be where you sponsor them and then they do their orchestra and their symphony and sell tickets, and then actually the ticket sales could recompense or repay the creative council for a portion of the money, and then that could roll forward to more creativity, like with if like people wanted to put a theatrical production together, they would have to pay for costumes and actors and screenwriters and all that. And so it would make for, I think, a larger artistic community if they get sponsored. because if they just submit their ideas and then you just give them a prize, they're going to probably go on a vacation or something with it. They wouldn't like use it. Some might, but maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they would just like take it and like buy something. But if it was a sponsorship with the money, it would be put back into the artistic community.
That's true. That's a good point. The Artistic Council would sponsor people. They're supposed to have a budget, but I don't really include it in my figures for some reason. I should probably include like maybe $50,000 a month or something, which seems like a ton of money, but it's only like 1%. That's like 1% of the budget. So even with like $10,000 a month, you can actually do quite a bit of art.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely something to consider. The reason it's a bounty, the reason I like bounties, is because it kind of like prevents like favoritism or like bias or kind of like connections, nepotism, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
Or
'Cause
has
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Has the potential to prevent those things, and it doesn't necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking of like, if you have like a way to do large art productions of theater and symphony and operas, and so then there's greater, like, to really focus on the creativity aspect of Arkology. And then I know you did like stadiums for different events, but have you done any theaters and like large scale opera houses or symphony type music houses, like for the acoustics, to really focus on the style of acoustics? Because I think it's different if it's an open stadium versus enclosed.
Yeah, I don't really know how acoustics work.
Oh yeah.
So I guess I could probably find something on YouTube that teaches you.
I imagine it would be kind of like singing in the shower, so you just have to make it kind of
like tile.
I don't know. Yeah, reverb or something. I don't know what you call it. That kind of echoey, but without the echo. Just
I know concrete works well.
yeah, that might be a good idea. Or even steel. I don't know if the steel, how the sound of it is.
Oh, I think steel reverberates, but in a different way. Like, it has a different sound to it. Acoustics are very strange. They're not really my field of expertise. But
yeah.
I suppose I could try and learn and then do something like that. Weren't you watching the one time I did the larger church?
I probably saw it. I'm sure I saw it. I don't know if I can. Was it that it was on the top floor?
Yeah, we were doing the live stream about interiors.
Yes.
Yeah, that would kind of double as like a concert hall, right? I mean, that was like 3 hexagons. So if a hexagon can seat like maybe 200 people, then 3 hexagons is like 600.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be 600 people? Wait.
Yeah, about 600. Maybe 750.
But if you have like 144,000 and you have like say Muse was going to play.
Oh, they would do an outdoor.
Okay.
Or maybe
and
they could
stadium?
do the football stadium would work too.
Yeah. Okay. So basically the most your symphony hall would do is like 600 tickets a night or something like that.
Per performance, yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably try one that is like 7 hexagons. And then you could try and do like a second floor too. I suppose that's possible. And then you're looking at, what would that be? That's like 6 plus 12-ish hexagons. So maybe 2,500 on the upper end.
Yeah.
Maybe even more than that. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 3,000.
Okay. That's still a good crowd, but it's still, I mean, yeah. I don't know what percentage of the city shows up on opening night for that kind of stuff. If it's like a large thing, or I guess it would just depend.
So my location, my greater area, has 1 million people. And there's not a lot of events that can pull more than 5,000 people, I think is the, or 7,000 is the carrying capacity of our indoor arena.
Okay, yeah.
So the majority of events are less than 7,000.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be plenty then.
And if we had 150,000 people, that's 6 times less than 1 million.
Yeah, and 2, if you have a budget of 500,000 for the artistic contracts, you could actually use some of that to build new theaters and complexes too, if you need to have extras.
That could fall under the large public projects. So if we needed like 7 hexagons at 150,000 a piece, or like 100,000 a piece, that's $700,000 just for the shell. And then and then to build out the interior might be like another $1 million. So you're looking at maybe $2 million for the concert hall.
Yeah, that's good. And it can be used for other things too. So it's dual purpose. Yeah, I think it's great. I like the artistic or the creative contract. I think, like, especially if everyone only has a 2-day work week, then it really puts creativity at the forefront of everything and makes people, use their time for positive things rather than falling into vices because they have so much time on their hands and they don't have anything to do with it.
Right. And if one person builds something beautiful inside the city, the whole city can just walk around and like enjoy it.
Yeah, it motivates and inspires others to do the same, and then it's definitely a benefit.
You saw the video with the interior examples, that Meow Wolf thing?
I believe so, yeah. I did look at the interior video, yes, I did.
Yeah, wasn't that cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of like the potential long-term aesthetic that you can go for. Or those are just a tiny examples, right? You could actually have 10, 20, 30 different aesthetics in like different areas.
Yeah, I think the Unreal Engine really showcases that.
Oh yeah, well, right now I just have trees, but hopefully I can get some more assets. It's kind of hard. I was searching their asset library and I found a few things. I downloaded a few more things, and they were kind of underwhelming, to be honest. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes, I guess.
Yeah, either that or you just have to make your own.
Yeah. I'm terrible with textures. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I guess I could get better with textures, and then like really the ultimate level of textures is actually like painting them yourself and making them look realistic by painting. And I don't have that level of talent.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean you have to be devoted to it, I guess, or like really into it.
Maybe I could make textures with AI. That's one of the use cases that people suggested with AI. I done that a little bit in Blender and to like mixed results.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's really exciting. I mean it's really intriguing. I'm excited to see what becomes of it. So, but I probably should get off here, and I really appreciate the opportunity to participate in the live stream.
Yeah, and you'll be working on version 10 next week.
I know, that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And
what neighborhood do you want? There's the Roots, and then I have the east side of the canopy. The west side's kind of done, and then the north side is getting filled out. The trunk is I don't know if you'd want the trunk. The trunk is like not going to be as busy. There's not as much like vertical variance.
Yeah.
So do you want like more the right side of the canopy or the root systems?
It doesn't matter. I guess just wherever like a newbie would go to learn, because I imagine I'll need like a period of figuring it out, and so obviously mine isn't going to look as good as what you've been doing, so maybe not like a super high traffic or something, but Roots is good, or wherever you because I'll have to take some, there'll be like a learning curve, I guess. But yeah, I'm really excited about the whole concept. And then version 11, I don't know, you haven't told me what it's gonna be. Are you starting it, or oh, okay.
I don't even know. I didn't get that far.
Okay, because yeah, I know I don't want to jump ahead, but it'll be interesting to see what you end up with version 11, and especially with Unreal. I'm super excited about that one. I mean, I still need to get familiar with Blender, but from what I've seen of the trees, and it just looks so realistic. It takes kind of that cartoon look away from it and gives it a just a really beautiful realistic view. So,
and you can run around it in real time.
Yeah, that's kind of cool too, because then you really get a feel for the reality of what it could be. And so yeah, no, I think it's a great idea, concept, and I think it's doing good. But no, I really appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this, and I appreciate the fact that you invited me to your podcast, and so I just wanted to thank you for that, and I just look forward to getting started on version 10, and so that will be great.
Cool, excellent. I guess we'll wrap it up there. It's been an hour and 15 minutes, so
okay.
Went a bit off topic in the middle there.
Oh, was fun. It was good. It was all, that always adds something interesting. So
Yeah.
They sound like they were really excited about what they had to say, and you can't argue with that. You just love passionate people when they're very opinionated. I love people that, have big ideas and speak their minds. So
I like a little more chaos too, so I figured bring in 1 or 2 random people to the conversation.
yeah, it really makes it interesting. It does. It's really exciting. I love people that are opinionated. I don't care what they have. It's just like I just like people that have big ideas and they know what they're saying. So it's always fun.
Yeah. The negativity can get a little annoying.
Oh well, I didn't notice that. I just
Naysayers?
noticed I just noticed that a lot of people that just had some, a lot of things on their mind, and that's great. So
All right, well, we'll wrap it up there. And good night, everyone.